Hello friends, and not yet friends. Welcome back to another What I Ate Wednesday, the weekly show where I share all my tasty vegan eats in a day. And a special warm welcome to all my new friends who have found us through the Boston Cream Donuts recipe. Have you tried it yet? Let me know what you thought in the comments below. The OGs know my days usually start with tea or a smoothie or something like that, but I got sent an Avalon Bay air fryer a couple of weeks ago and woke up just needing to make something in it. Before this, I had heard the air fryer hype and wasn't super convinced, but long story short, I'm obsessed now. So this morning, I'm cooking up a big batch of Five Spice Tofu to go on my breakfast congee, among other things. On the last What I Ate, I showed you how I get my tofu quite dry so it can fry easily without oil spitting at you. This is another method. This extra firm tofu has already been drained and pat with the dry towel, and now I'm just crumbling it into chunks into another clean dry towel. And then squeeze. Pretty simple, but effective. Since the tofu no longer has this water in it, there's more room for our marinade to soak in. I basically took the Jackfruit Bao marinade and doubled it for this amount of tofu, except for the oil. When you're air frying, generally you don't need as much to get things crispy. I gave the air fryer basket a little oil spray, and then in goes the tofu. Set the timer, and away we go. I left the recipe link, temperature, and timing instructions in the video description if you want to try this too. You can do this in a regular oven if you wanted, but the air fryer seems to do it faster, and it doesn't heat up my whole condo like the oven seems to. Plus, there's no need for parchment paper and spreading out tofu. It's just easier this way. And you guys know, especially with my tendonitis issues, I need things to be easier. And now we have tasty, chewy tofu bitsies with little crispy edges. So delicious. But that's just the topping for my breakfast congee. Today's congee is made with leftover coconut turmeric rice, hence the yellow color. On goes the Five Spice Tofu, scallions, some of my homemade kimchi, made a little less spicy than usual so it's not as red as usual. It's because I ran out of gochugaru. Nori bitsies, and some sweet pickled carrots. Now that's Insta-worthy, but is it nom-worthy? So much yes. That 5 spice marinade is my current fave. Cinnamon, anise, sweet maple syrup, tangy black vinegar. Yep, I now remember why I used to have congee for breakfast all the time. It is so good, and good for ya. Later, I made kale chips, which is like super ordinary vegan food, right? But I still love it. The problem, though, with making kale chips is either it takes forever in the dehydrator, or they bake unevenly in the oven and you have to keep fishing out the chips that are ready and leaving in the ones that are still soggy. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. Not a problem with the air fryer. After washing and drying the kale, adding a little bit of oil and flavorings, you can just add the kale to the basket in batches. Set the timer, live your life, then ding! Perfect crispy kale chips. No more trays with burnt chips and soggy kale in the same batch. I've found it's better not to overload the basket though. Not a problem since each basket just goes for 4 or 5 minutes and then you can just dump them and then do a new load in seconds. And this is how I'm eating way more greens than ever before. Let's just say my digestion has been super A++ as a result. But did you think I'd skip my smoothie? Not a chance. I smoothie for health reasons. I feel like the extra protein in my day really helps with my repetitive strain issues, as I've said before. Also, I restocked on chocolate nutrition powder. So, yay chocolate! Just a bit healthier source of chocolate than my Boston cream donuts, right? Which, by the way, I'm so impressed that so many people have already made it and sent me their pictures both on Instagram and privately through Facebook or email. Keep them coming, friends! I love seeing it when you make my recipes. I can't even properly describe how happy you make me feel. You know what else is a happy feeling? The crunch of super crunchy tater tots. No, this is not the usual type of dinner, but I had to try out tater tots in my new air fryer on camera. For you! Never mind that I've tried them already a few times and maybe I'm making excuses to make air fried tater tots again since I cannot get over how much better they are in the air fryer versus the oven. But my boyfriend suggested tater tot nachos, so how could I say no? First, put them frozen tater tots in the air fryer. Set the timer for 20 minutes. I've seen online instructions for less time, but I need super duper crunchiest of the crunchy tater tots for my otherwise potato hating boyfriend. Yes, what kind of monster hates potatoes? But I swear he has other redeeming qualities. Meanwhile, prep your toppings. I'm cooking some potatoes and carrots. Now, I've tried a few different potato and carrot cheese recipes and most have been alright. But they taste like carrots and potatoes, which wouldn't be such a big problem, except I hate the taste of boiled carrots, and my boyfriend hates the taste of potatoes, unless super crispy like aforementioned. But I finally tried Hot for Food's nacho cheese sauce. It is so much more than the usual carrots, potatoes, nooch, and apple cider vinegar type jam. I know, a bunch of you already tried this before and know all about it and even told me to try it, and I have been late on the nacho cheese train. Anyways, I will totally eat boiled carrots like this, as long as it tastes as good as this delicious vegan nacho cheese sauce, and it's so quick to make too. When your tater tots are as crunchy as you want them, lay them out on a plate. I'm using parchment paper for easy cleanup after. Since I want the tots to stay as crispy as possible too, I'm making space for some of the wetter toppings, which include some leftover bean vindaloo, salsa, nacho cheese sauce, scallions, and cilantro, and more nacho cheese sauce because I couldn't resist. And a bit more green on top, mostly for the Instagram pictures. And that was dinner. Those crunchy tater tots, salsa, spicy vindaloo, zesty cheese sauce, and fresh scallions and cilantro, it was so good. Not exactly a balanced dinner, more of a treat, but so worth it. I have since tried more healthy things in the air fryer like roasted cauliflower, roasted peppers, and that sort of thing, which have been bomb. But this has probably been the most fun thing I've made yet. Well, not counting the air fried donuts. So if you want to check out my air fryer, linky in the description along with a coupon code. You're welcome. And if you're already on the air fryer train, let me know what you've been making in there. I'd love to try even more. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it, especially with your air frying friends. Plus, subscribe if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing. I hope you're into pumpkin because there will be some awesome pumpkin-y things soon. Bye for now.